Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to hell. Yes, I'm back at Speaker's Corner. I promise I'll be back at Speaker's Corner for those of you who were following the channel earlier on at the Senatov. I am back at Speaker's Corner at this godforsaken place. I'm going to be here about an hour tops. That's all it's going to be. It's going to be an hour. I want to talk to Steve because he said some things about Tommy and Mark Collette, which I haven't had a chance. So maybe I'll get a chance to do that. Also, it's kind of bare today. It's not really much happening. It's a little bit empty. It's pissing it down-ish. It's horrific. This is the nightmarish place. I hate this place. You make me do this. Okay. In that case, let's get on it. Let's see what this shit show is all about. I mean, S show. I'm trying not to swear. Okay. Let's get on it.
Central Europe,
And
Austro-Prussian-Hungarian Empire. Very Catholic.
we're beginning our day with the gentleman who normally dresses up as a crusader, but he's somehow doing something about South Africa today. Not really sure what that is all about, but
It is. It's a symbol of.
let's find out. Let's find out what he's talking about.
What about Hugo Boss?
SS.
SS, huh?
Beautiful. Deutsche. Wear the SS pride as we take a new stance on
So
Europe.
are you telling
yeah?
me that Jews that don't wear Boss suits?
No, they wouldn't dare. They're scared of the SS. If you think the Nazis were bad,
So why do
wait
Jews...
till everyone starts wearing Hugo Boss t-shirts
They
in London.
don't drive Volkswagen.
We SS. Yeah.
Sieg Heil.
Not just yet.
Careful.
We've got to see how these Scots are. Some of them are a bit Catholic, you know what I mean? They have a forgiving nature.
We've got a sportswear brand too.
35 years
Called
anniversary of the Berlin Wall. The collapse of the Berlin
So
Wall.
what's happening?
35 years.
Hezbollah kicking arse again. 50 missiles into northern Israel.
Yes.
Hezbollah.
Yes, Katusha.
Yeah,
rockets.
Allah Akbar on that one.
Allahu Akbar.
Yeah.
Allahu Akbar!
Yeah.
Ali Baba.
And the 40 thieves. They're all Iraqi dissidents. I don't care.
Are you going to piss off a
I
few
can't
Muslims?
afford to buy a house in Golders Green.
No, I own two.
You work
I
for
own
the
own
fuckers
two.
in Golders
Yeah,
Green.
I do.
Quite right.
Good old Jews.
Good old
What's
Jews.
wrong with Jews?
May Israel be condemned as it is
Do you
in
know
the
how
Holy
many-
Bible,
do you
man.
know-
In the Holy Bible, Israel will be condemned, and the fire that will burn Israel off the map will all have a damn good
Do
party.
you know how many Jews there are in England?
Too many.
No, only 250,000.
Only.
Only.
Why aren't they living in
Only.
Israel?
Some of them are in Manchester.
Not enough.
Glasgow, Golders Green. You know.
Finchley.
I know Muslims are terrified of the white Jews. Terrified of them.
The white Jews of Poland, Czechoslovakia.
Yeah.
What does this have to do
Russia,
with,
Ukraine.
Russia.
Yes.
what does this have to do with
Spain in
South
the Middle
Africa?
Ages,
What does this have to do with South
Spanish
Africa?
Inquisition.
There's a lot of Jews.
I think
Don't
where
talk to me, I'm from South Africa.
what-
we have
what-
enough blacks and Jews in the Republic as it is.
I think where you'll find the highest population of Jews is in a place called positions of power.
Yes, and
Yeah.
their power is waning.
Like the Pentagon and the
Well, yes, but
yeah.
when
The
Israel
Senate.
invaded Lebanon in 78 and 82, they even disregarded Ronald Reagan.
Yes.
So the karma, as you know, was Amal morphing into Hezbollah. All praise to Hezbollah and their holy war against the white Jews of Israel.
You can't
I'm an atheist. I want to see blood on the streets of London as Jews fight Muslims. I want to see it.
They did it.
Go in with your Qurans and we'll put it on CNN. Welcome to London. The bloodbath has begun.
Nicholas.
Holy civil war between the followers of Allah and the white Jews of North London.
Nicholas, that happened in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were
The
shouting.
Moroccans
They were
versus
insulting
the-
Arabs. But Arabs are fucking scared of white Jews.
Yes.
They're terrified.
Because they've got F-16.
Yeah.
Allahu Akbar.
Saudi Arabia, our Western client state, ready to really launch the Third World War and wipe out as many Muslims in the Middle East as possible. And if Israel goes off the
that's
map,
a lot of bullshit, yeah?
well, it could happen. Wars get out of hand. But King Abdullah is currently having a wank,
Yes.
praising Allah as he does it. Oh, Allah Akbar! No kings in the Holy Quran.
Is that what he's
Only
thinking
King
about
Kong.
as he's
Yeah.
stroking it?
Great big Quran.
He'd better laminate his
He
Quran.
needs to laminate.
What about
it.
David
It's going to be
Lammy
hard to clean all of
calling
that.
Donald
fucking
Trump a racist?
Uncle
and
Tom.
Uncle
I
Tom.
heard-
We know what an Uncle Tom is. David Lammy is clearly a racist. He doesn't
Yeah.
like the whites of this country. He doesn't like white America. So we're going to take him to South Africa
Yeah.
and cut his fucking head off.
Yeah.
Bloody Labour fascist. That's what David Lammy is. Fat, docile and rubbish.
Here, here.
South Africa. South Africa.
But it doesn't matter. He'll soon be history.
Yes. Just like
He might resign.
yeah, he's gonna marry.
What do you think of Kemi, our Conservative leader?
Can we
Bagging-
Nigeria?
Yeah. There's a West African country fucked by Muslims and Christians. Remember Ken Saro-Wiwa?
Yes.
They
Yeah.
murdered a poet
Yeah.
in the name of. What they don't tell you is that Nigerians believe in a white man god
And
and,
they're
a brown Muslim nutcase from Saudi Arabia.
Boko Haram.
Sorry,
Haram,
Boko
yeah.
Haram.
everybody good? Sound all good? Thank you,
So
thank you,
what
Dafter.
about these colours
Big up, Dafter. Big up, Manny.
particularly to
Big
appeal
up,
to the last
DEF.
white
What's the old
Hello, 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 everyone.
Yeah, that was hardcore apartheid.
Guys, I'm only going to be an hour here. I've got to go elsewhere. People are expecting me.
No, that's Winnie Mandela's Fanny. What's
No.
left of it? Well, she knew those black kids were involved in some kind of murder.
necklacing,
She knew that she was either directly responsible for the murder of black children in South Africa, and no surprise, when the great Nelson Mandela was
me if you
released
get tired,
from
yeah.
prison, their marriage went AWOL.
All right. Okay, this one's ended. We're moving on.
I heard you
You
say.
want to have a go, Jimmy? Come on.
I heard you say welcome to hell.
Yeah.
Very, very.
Come on. Come on. Come on, my Highland, please.
Okay, guys, we're moving on. We're moving on.
I didn't come here to say anything.
Let us move to the next nightmarish bit. Mr. Steve, hello, sir.
And there's another thing. Yeah, and we know each other quite well. I'll tell you, this gee's out here. Great to do this, right?
Okay, it looks like I might. Hey, how you doing? Yes, yes. I'm trying to get a hold of Steve actually.
That's why America
This-
want me to stay or go. So anyway, right?
Shall I stay or shall I go?
So anyway, look, isn't there a song like that?
Should I stay or should I?
Mr. Steve, we've heard certain things about you recently.
Certain things.
Yeah, because you're in certain circles. You're referred to as was it HNH Steve now?
That's rather old news. Isn't it? That's very, very old.
But there are some pertinent questions that we must ask as the audience of Banksy need to know. Why is it that you labeled everyone at the march as part of Mark Collette's group? You kind of did. You kind of didn't. Kind of did. Well, you
What
kind
did
of
I
you
say?
showed his picture saying these are the people who show up at the
Which
rally.
is true, but
Yeah, but-
which is
but
not
the fact
categorically
is-
not what you first said.
No, but come on, that was alluding. You were at the very least you were alluding that this is the type of people.
I alluded that they were in attendance, and I didn't say I didn't allude.
then-
I said they were in
but then
attendance,
you were
and
in
I said they were
attendance.
there for with a massive
Exactly,
placard,
yeah, but
and they were there for
we
a couple of
can't stop
hours.
people. You can't, you
the
can't honestly,
security did
you
eventually
can't,
go
yeah,
and
exactly.
ask
But what I
them to
mean
leave,
is,
but
you
2
can't
hours
blame
later.
the Tommy.
Apparently, if you believe Mark Collette, the security were very sheepish and embarrassed when they asked them to leave. If you can believe what Mark Collette said.
Well, I mean, obviously, Mark Collette can say all sorts of things, but the point is, you yourself were at the anti-Tommy supporter side. Are you support? Can we assume that you're now? That's why they call you Hope Not Hate Steve.
As I said, that's very old. As David Lammy says, that's very old news.
Yeah, but what I mean is, if you're going to make allegations
Or
of
non-news,
associations,
I wasn't there.
come on. I saw the Street Mike video. You showed up his picture. You know how the news cycle works. People are going to see that.
My part of the news cycle.
Well, you were on a channel that has like thousands of today
Connected, unassociated.
today Street Mike had 30,000 views on his live stream
Where was he?
at the Senator.
Senator.
Yeah.
Was he-
Did you go?
I did go pop down to Parliament Square beforehand. A huge amount of people, many more people than I've seen before.
It was massive. Surprisingly, is it normally that? Because that's my first time.
I-
That is the first time I went there. So it was.
I've been there a handful of times and I can't remember seeing it so busy as it was.
Why do you think today was so poignant? Could it be that it is because I'll be perfectly honest with you, I've never been this patriotic in my entire life about Britain. I'm going to put myself on camera so people know. I've never given two craps about all of this pageantry, but in the last 6 months to a year, I have never been so patriotic and felt so patriotic.
Part of
towards
it is just
Britain.
a practical reason because we're coming out of lockdowns, etc., and tourism is back to its previous height. Look at this silly toy.
Oh yeah, no, it's okay. Let him do his thing. But the thing is,
So I think part of that, London is just much busier now. There are a lot of tourists back. You see the tour guides and their tour groups.
Yeah.
I think that's a big part of it.
So
A lot of them weren't.
you think-
British,
you-
they were
but what I
tourists.
mean is, like, I'm talking historically. I'm talking 90s, 80s. Has always the Remembrance Day Sunday been this?
No, I wasn't here.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I'm just like, because I've attended a lot of British patriotic events. Like I was at the Orange Man March yesterday, covering them. And they are extremely patriotic. I didn't realize how,
that's what they're about.
they're very, very British patriots.
Why have you got such a stupid sign? Why have you got such a stupid sign?
Look, you're giving him way too much attention.
No, but he stands there like an idiot with fucking,
Yeah,
with
but
fucking
they say
outrageous
don't feed the trolls.
nonsense lies.
Don't feed the
No,
trolls.
but he's standing there with a stupid fucking sign. No, you're not. You're telling lies. Inflammatory, dangerous, and ridiculous lies.
But what does he say?
Who
6
made this
million?
for you? Who made it for you?
Are there?
Don't you say
You
that.
bloody report to the Metropolitan Police. They looked at it, they said it's okay.
Wait. Egypt, but Egypt doesn't let them into the Sinai.
Make a right for,
Egypt has built a massive wall.
And Israeli government to destroy babies and women, and they deliberately took the soldiers away from Desert Gaza, and the Iranians told Hamas, go in, take hostages. And it's the fault of America and Israel because they wanted, they bullshit. They wanted.
Wait, can I ask you?
steal
No,
Iran's
hold
oil.
on. Can I ask you one question?
I negotiated Good Friday Agreement.
Yeah, of course
you
you did.
didn't. And the police, the army,
and I created
intelligence
gravity.
service, they told me to go
I
and
created
get
gravity.
sense.
Are you not the
get
Messiah
sense
anymore?
into
I thought you were the
Jaya
I thought you were the Messiah. Are you not the Messiah? anymore?
I'm doing the work of Messiah.
You're,
What
but no,
revealed to
you.
me.
But like couple of months ago, you were the Messiah.
I am.
Or you still are the Messiah.
And
doing his
because
work,
God never told anybody you are prophet, but God told me you are the Messiah.
So you are the Messiah.
Yes, God told
But
me
but
so.
you're also the messenger
messenger.
and the Messiah.
I am the one who's standing between war and peace.
Are you?
I'm stopping the war
side are you
taking
facing?
place.
Which side of it? When did you stop the war in Israel or in Ukraine?
I started.
Are you going to stop the war in
I
Ukraine?
started, stop the war in
How about
Northern Ireland
How about Ukraine?
30 years ago.
You did.
I went 10 times behind the scene and told the paramilitaries and
both sides.
and army, both sides.
See, this is your fault, Steve. You fed
I
this.
talked to
You did this.
John White,
Who?
John White,
John
David
White.
Irvine. They
David
were
Irvine,
paramilitary
was he involved
leaders.
in Northern
They've been
Ireland?
fighting for 50 years.
Dude, I wanted to have a completely different conversation.
And I stopped the war.
But Steve,
It's been going on since 1177.
My main point was the likes of Mark Collette and Patriotic Alternative are like vultures when
Yes.
Tommy is in prison.
yeah, but it's
I
not
said
even.
that.
It's not even. It's not even that. They came at
It's quite
another
amusing how they
protest.
come out.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They are vultures. They are bottom feeders because they came out to an event which what was it? No, yeah, it was Britain. Not Britain First. For Britain. You know,
time ago.
yeah, but you know what the name Waters, Anne Waters, Anne Marie Waters. She took she was gonna do a speech and she needed a megaphone,
And she had
they
them.
gave her the patriotic
It's a
alternative
bit
megaphone.
gullible of her not
what
to
I,
notice,
But what
oh,
I
what's
mean
that on the
is
microphone?
that is how these guys associate or get themselves in the news.
All the grift, isn't it?
Exactly.
All after
so,
the grift.
So why would you then show a photo of Mark Collette at the protest?
Didn't I say in that very same tweet after the grift? Vultures after the grift. If I didn't say it in that tweet, I certainly said it in another tweet.
I still find it incredibly difficult. I felt I had to challenge this narrative that you're making out as if I don't know, because you know the news cycle. You know the news cycle.
Well, if one of
you know
people
people are
wanna read
gonna.
into it.
This is why people are calling you Hope Not Hate Steve now.
Well, because I'm showing Mark Collette unchallenged.
Because you're
for 2
trying to
hours,
smear that entire movement with a picture of someone who's clearly not part of that movement. And people are
He
going
was
to
there for 2 hours.
But it doesn't matter.
With a big. I mean, I spotted it on the like yards and yards.
I know. I
on
saw
the
it.
other side
I
of,
mean, I didn't
Parliament
actually
Square.
see it because I came after
I was
that.
on
but
the western side of
Yeah,
Parliament
yeah,
Square, not intending to go.
I've seen the
further-
video. I've seen the video
any
of him
further to the
because I forgot someone else recorded it. But I'm just saying that if you're
Mark Collette,
to be
he's
honest about it.
Mark Collette is a vile individual. I've never seen him in person before. He is an individual. He is a character. He is the leader of that vile racist organisation. So I think if I'm in his proximity, I'm going to take his photo or video and
Of
tweet
course,
something
of
about
course.
it.
But what I'm saying is that
that's what I
you should
did.
have made it like
Well, how could I have done it differently?
to say the vile individuals like the actual far right, like Mark Collette, like Petro Alternative,
I think I
try
can
to
remember the
smear
words
this
of my-
kind of movement
not bloody-
with them.
Tommy's PR. For fuck's sake.
But you could have been honest.
I was not dishonest in any way, shape, or form.
I don't know. It was
not
it was
dishonest
very
in any way, shape, or form.
very-
In fact, I think the words of my tweet with that photo or video, I can't remember if it was a photo or video, were, you can't deny that there are not, or you can't deny that there are far right present at this demonstration. I think that was pretty much my word.
Yeah, but then
And that was 100% factual. Wasn't inferring anything.
I don't know.
There was
I don't
far
know.
right-
It-
people
it-
far
yes,
right
yes.
who were present.
But
And that's
you
what I
know
said.
how the news wants to spin all this
I'm not
as
the
far
news.
right. No, but
I am
you
not
are
the-
part of a
you're
group that
so-
makes the news.
Part of a
You're
group.
part. No, part of like what I see it as like drops in the ocean. Enough drops, you get an ocean.
Well,
So
I
you
shed
are,
one
you,
drop
you may be
that
one
day.
or two drops in that ocean, but that makes the difference. And I think that this,
As I say,
this
I'm
movement,
not. If what I tweeted, which was factually completely correct, if that was misinterpreted by some people, anyone, anywhere, and to be used as anti-Tommy Robinson, I'm really not gonna lose any sleep over that, am I?
would you? One other question: are you too afraid of being ousted by
Who's
reform?
giving you these questions?
No, these are questions that went through my head because a lot of reform members. Well, no, because reform members are deadly afraid of being associated with the Tommy movement because anyone who's associated themselves openly with the Tommy movement
And
has
equally
been
with Hope Not
thrown
Hate.
out.
Equally with Hope Not Hate.
If you've been, as in anyone who's associated with Hope Not
therefore,
Hate.
it's quite bizarre
No.
because there will be some people out there, whether they're reform members, supporters, voters, or not, who, might be concerned about an association with Tommy Robinson, but on the other side, equally concerned about an association with Hope Not Hate.
Yeah, I know,
So,
I know.
so therefore,
I
you
mean-
can't do wrong for doing right,
No,
really,
no,
can
but
you?
what I'm
'Cause
saying
there's
is-
one person who's worried about that, and there's someone who's worried about that on the opposite
no,
side.
it is true. But the thing is, when it comes to the direct, I mean, because you got to realize, I mean, it's just honest to realize that there is a connection, or at least there's a political brotherhood between the Tommy Robinson group and the policies of Hope Not reform. Sorry, Freudian.
You see,
The policies of
This is the
reform.
misconception, you see, which is why Tommy and his inner circle are so desperate to be involved and to be listened and to be heard and to be involved by reform, because they're desperate for it. But at the end of the day, they are a drop in the ocean relative to reform, who got 4.2 million votes. Reform don't need Tommy or people that directly support Tommy, yet Tommy seems desperate to get the appreciation or the support
Let
from
me-
reform.
let
It's
me-
a very unidirectional line of traffic.
Actually,
isn't
I
it?
thought it would be
Because if every direct supporter of Tommy Robinson stopped supporting or voting for reform, frankly, it's going to be a drop in the ocean. It's going to be a drop in the ocean. It's not going to, which is why, rightly, reform would never touch Tommy with a barge pole. They don't need him.
The thing is, let me push back a little bit. The fact is,
surely, really.
well, look, I'm gonna.
If you're a political party that's already getting 4.1 million votes, is 20% in the polls, you know, as a sensible individual with a brain and with an education, that such an entity is not going to touch a man like Tommy Robinson with a barge pole. You know that
because
don't
he's
you?
look.
Do you know that?
I
Do you
will.
agree?
Let me.
Do you agree with
Okay,
me?
let me give you the. The thing is, the reason.
you've got to respond
no.
to my
Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay, I'll respond to your point. The direct answer is that yes, it is true that Tommy Robinson could appear as a bit of a poison chalice, where he may bring over 200,000-300,000 fans. People who who go out and actually march.
He's gonna lose more,
but he will lose maybe 2-3 million votes.
Exactly.
So yes, I can see that
you can
that
completely
position. I can
understand
see
it,
that
yeah.
position. But what really is, I think, emotionally hurtful to the Tommy supporters
little group that
is that they see the Reform Party, or they saw the Reform Party as kindred spirits, as brothers in arms, as people who have the same goals for the country. And they saw, especially what Richard Tice said on GB News, or was it GB News or Talk TV, about we're not part of them people.
With party politics, we're all individuals. We all have slightly nuanced views on everything, despite what some ignorant numpties might think. We all have nuanced views. We don't all agree on absolutely everything. When anyone votes or when anyone joins a political party, you have to find the best fit, the organisation that collectively shares the most with your own personal views and ideological positions, and nothing is going to 100% match that. And people just need to grow up, and ultimately, if Reform is that party, that Reform is that party. They might not agree with absolutely everything that Reform stands for, but if that's the closest match, because it's got to be tied with pragmatism. Now, you might support UKIP, but what did UKIP got? The total number of votes that UKIP got in the general election was the small number of thousands from memory.
The thing
So you might think, well, Reform appear a better match, but they don't have a chance in hell of ever winning anything.
Yeah, but the thing is, prior to Brexit, prior to the Brexit Party and Nigel Farage leaving UKIP was the leading.
Now it's Reform by a long way.
Yeah, but it's
by a long, long way. Things can change, yes, but come on now, Reform are on a trajectory. UKIP are not.
Yeah, but the thing is, when someone like Richard Tice says very, very hurtful things like we're not with them people.
Like these people
when
are
they
so
say,
overly sensitive.
No, but it's not about sensitive, but you've got to recognize.
They're very upset what Richard Tice said. They need to grow a pair, really.
Yeah, but you've got to realise that
again, is it not? You agreed with me about the respective positions of Reform and the Tommy movement. One needs the other doesn't need the other, and the other is a poison
chalice.
Is a poison chalice, or just a ridiculous direction that you'd never go.
All I'm saying is that because a lot of the Tommy fans genuinely were in.
So you agreed with me that it would be crazy for Reform to go down the Tommy road. You agreed with me that would be ridiculous.
I'm not saying it's ridiculous.
From a practical perspective, it would be a dangerous.
Electorally, I think it's not. Yeah, it's not prudent.
So if you agree with that, so therefore, it is obvious. I don't think Richard Tice was expecting that question. I think he just gave shot from the hip when he gave that answer.
Yeah, but they never even gave any kind of we are sorry, but that's not what I meant. Imagine if he said it about Muslims. Imagine if he said it about any group, he would be walking that back.
Are not a protected characteristic.
No. But that's the thing. That's the thing. But what I'm trying to tell you is, if it was about any other group, you and I both know, if it was about LGBTs, if it was about Muslims, Richard Tice would be crawling that back, and he'll be saying, "Oh well, what I really meant was."
The Reform Party needs to distance itself, as you know, from the poison of Tommy Robinson. That is just obvious.
But I don't think they don't have to distance themselves from the Tommy Robinson fans, the average working man.
But you cannot say The average working man is not represented by Tommy Robinson. Come on. I actually think the average working man has probably never even heard of him. This gloating that Tommy Robinson is the be-all and end-all of everything, and he means everything to everyone. Most people haven't heard of him.
I don't know. I think they've heard of him more than they have Richard Tice. Do you think that Tommy Rob internationally? Do you think Richard Tice is better, well known?
We're British.
No. But it's not about that. The fact is, your profile speaks volumes. Tommy Robinson is known throughout America. He's known throughout Canada. He's known throughout Britain.
So's Andrew Tate.
Yeah, but Richard
So's Andrew Tate.
Yeah, exactly. But Andrew Tate, what I'm saying is, those people carry a
Losers
voice.
can be known internationally.
Millions. I mean, well, look, Andrew Tate has millions of fans. Maybe not so many as Richard, as Tommy, but nevertheless, it's not that. It's the point that
Is that the world we want to live in, where you're an influencer in social media?
No. But you said, you said, not that many people know Tommy Robinson, and I put it to you, more people know Tommy Robinson than they do Richard Tice.
I'm not so sure.
Oh, come on.
In Britain, I'm not so sure.
In Britain, even.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, but the fact is that even in Britain, I think more people know Tommy Robinson, the name Tommy Robinson, than they do.
Ultimately, we don't know. There's never been a survey to compare them, is there?
Well, I mean, I suppose you could say the closest referendum that has come is when Tommy Robinson ran for the European Parliament, and so did Reform or Brexit Party at the time, and a lot of them got elected.
Did Brexit stand in that election?
Yeah. That was the last. The European.
Put it this way,
Tommy never got elected.
Put it this way, Richard Tice is more likely to be part of the solution for the future than Tommy Robinson is. Is he not? Is he not?
I don't know.
Look at the relationship with Trump. Look at the trajectory of the Reform Party. Everything's pointing in that direction.
But when someone like Nigel Farage says that they will never be able to actually deport the numbers that they are, I mean, these are defeatists already. He's bringing in defeatist language, and they're not even a fraction of a political party of Conservatives or Labour.
I think we may now have more members.
They've got five MPs. So let's look at the actual landscape of the political landscape, and on the political landscape,
that's just a bizarre outcome of our democratic
first past the post system. I agree, but what I'm trying to say is that when you look at the political landscape, and when someone like Nigel Farage starts kind of soft talking immigration, he is soft talking.
That's a subjective.
No, but the thing is, this is now.
You think most
this
people
is
in this
now.
country
What's going to
want
happen
to start?
5 years from now? He's going to claw back a lot more because what I'm implying is that a lot of politicians.
He's going to go in the opposite direction.
The left just talk crap. Yeah, no, I'm actually suggesting he's going to he's softening.
Does Tommy ever talk crap?
No, but come on, you're saying Nigel Farage.
No, but does Tommy?
But are you saying Nigel Farage
Tommy,
is
in this conversation, you're Tommy's fanboy, and I'm being the Reform fanboy.
I mean, talk crap about immigration?
Anything ever.
Everybody talks crap about everything. You can't say, does he ever? All I'm saying is that I think when it comes to the policies...
He sends out more begging emails than Reform does. That's for sure.
I don't know.
Sure. By a long way.
Weren't you knocking on the doors?
Not for money. I've never knocked on doors for money. No.
Wasn't Reformism asking for money?
I wasn't. Oh. Well, of course, any political party needs money.
Of course. Everybody needs money.
Tommy Robinson isn't a political party, is he?
Well,
or a registered charity.
But he's a movement. He's a movement for the people.
Movement of numpties.
So are you saying to me, nearly 200,000 people marching in the streets of London?
It was not 200,000.
Come on. At least 100. At least 100.
No, it was nearer 24,000.
No, there's no way.
There's an app that you can show the geographical area, like the streets involved, and then it says, based on, I can't remember what it was, it might have been 2, 3 or 4 people standing in a square metre, what that area. Now, I said I was the other side of Parliament Square. I directly saw with my eyes the volume. And this app, this independent app, it's not my app or Labour's app or anyone else's app, showed it, and from memory, it was between 23 and 24,000 people.
23, 24, no.
People always, on all sides, especially the organisers of all demonstrations, massively exaggerate the numbers in demonstrations.
So you don't feel that there was about 100,000 people on the streets of London 2-3 weeks ago?
No.
Not. Because I saw drone shots that whole of Whitehall.
But have you translated that to numbers? What formula
I mean,
have you
it's
used?
impossible
How?
to translate it.
You can.
It's just a massive sea of people.
I probably can't find it instantaneously, but I remember I tweeted it.
I still find it hard
And
to.
Tyrant Finder actually was the one that introduced me to this app, this website
That gives you a rough
that gives you rough numbers of
25,000 seems on a low side though. 25,000.
only because all the
Look at that. Look at that. I mean, are those the pictures? Oh, no.
I mean, it was a while ago, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to find it now. Well, how many weeks ago was it? 3 weeks?
Well, it was the 26th.
We did it afterwards. I'll
26th of October, wasn't it? Yeah, 26th of October.
Have you watched that guy's videos?
Yeah. That's I mean, Valley Vision always plays that idiot's videos about what do you call it?
And what do you reckon about his gold dealing in Africa? We're just going through a few.
I believe someone challenged Bob about Ricky Doolan's casino dealings, not gold dealings, just casino.
Right.
He's somehow involved in some casino. I don't know.
Casino?
Casinos, yeah. Ricky Doolan is
Sound very Christian.
is a well. I mean, does Christianity say do not gamble? It is a vice. It is a vice. Oh, that's the app that's estimating.
So would you agree that was the area that the crowd was filling?
So it wasn't all the way down that street. I thought I'm pretty sure it was all the way down that street as well.
Definitely it wasn't. I was there. Half the grass was empty. You could see the grass. Yeah. And there was no one down there because the sound system was crap. If you'd been down there, you wouldn't have been able to hear a thing of it. In fact, even if you were this side of Parliament Square, you couldn't hear it because the sound was so awful.
Maybe people started to leave.
So that's the agreed. I don't know. It's probably not going to focus.
Yeah, no, it's not. Don't worry. Send it to me and I'll.
That was the agreed. That was the area that was
tweet
full.
me with it. It's a tweet, right?
And there you go. Estimate 24,000, 24,500. Oh, with 4 people per square meter. Now, if you think about a square meter, I think that's probably a reason. That's fairly squashed.
4 people
in a square meter. So 4 people in that.
Can
in
you
that
tweet
area.
that? Retweet that or send it to me with my name.
I'll just send it to you.
Send it to me. You can DM me on tweets. Or WhatsApp it. WhatsApp it. You got my WhatsApp anyway. All right.
We are that close.
We are, but that's me. I just want it to be known. Anyway.
Well, actually, I can't find you under.
What?
I had ages ago. I had phone problems, so I think I probably lost you.
Let me
send me.
Yeah, I'll send you a message and then we'll get it. Thank you, sir.
Right.
Thank you for the chat.
Don't believe a word this man says.
Don't believe that.
He's a paid shield. I think the expression is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. That's our little chat with Steve. Let me send a message to Steve. How you doing, Mr. Andy?
So what did Steve have to say?
It was good. It was a good chat. We were debating whether he was hope not hate.
What was the answer?
It's the jury's still out on that one. Would you like it's sugar free. Yeah.
Flags out today.
Yeah, well,
Patriotic flag.
well, it's. I think it's because of the Remembrance. Probably some of the guys came over.
And well, it's a number of things. We've got our Russian flag here.
Oh yes, that's a Russian flag.
Yeah, it's actually the Russian imperial flag. The
Oh,
twin
is it?
eagle.
Oh. Let's see if we can make some trouble. Let's see if we can stir some shit. Yeah. Okay, guys and girls, we're gonna have a chat with this gentleman with the American flag.
trust Jesus will spend eternity. Hell is a place of punishment for those who reject the mercy and grace of God. No, okay. Now we need to understand that this place we call earth today, it's not hell and it's not heaven.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try and have a debate or conversation with this American chap with the American flag. I want to talk to him about Trump. He is a MAGA supporter. Oh no, carry on. I'm recording the flag. Let's see what we get. Okay, he seems busy right now. Let's see if we can catch him at another time. Thank you everyone in the chat. Lottie, Fox, Shavit, Chelsea, you're back. I'm so glad you came back, Chelsea. I still love you, Chelsea. Angry Snowman, big up, Angry Snowman. I'm sorry if I'm a bit late on the replies. I'm just going through the chat now. Dibble, Lisa, Manny, Lisa again, Dafta. I don't know if I missed your name. I'm sorry. Biz, Niz, and if I missed your name, I'm sorry. Simon, big up Simon. Oliver, big up UG. Okay, guys, if I missed your name, I'm sorry, but there's too many right now. I may have to come back. If I missed your name, sound off that I missed your name, and I'll call you, and shout you out. In the meanwhile, let's go for a little wander. Let's have a look, see. Not really seeing anything. What's the time? Okay, it's 2:30, guys. About an hour and a bit. I've got about 40 minutes, and then I'm ending this. Got Omar, the Khanzir, doing his thing. Not really sure what to record. Okay, let's do the cowboy. Actually, we got the Christian boys here doing their Christian thing. JC,
Hello, sir.
how are you? Love you, man.
Love you too, bro.
How you feeling? How you good?
Happy, bro. Top of the league.
Good. Well done. That's all that matters. Okay.
When you read the Bible,
I'm Nigerian. So, to any of you guys,
How you doing, Freddie? All right, mate. You're good. Hi. I'm already live and kicking, live and direct from the miserable hellhole we call Speaker's Corner. Okay. What's happening with small Bob here? He's making some waves, I've noticed. little Bob. Yeah, I noticed a couple of Dawa guys running away from him. They're already running scared. Yeah. They started, but then it's like Hamas, really. They start shit, and then they can't handle it when shit. Yeah, when pages start going off.
Keep an eye on Bob.
Which one? Bob.
I think Bob's coming.
Oh, little Bob. Hey, you guys came, good man.
John's here somewhere.
Yeah, I saw him. I was talking to Steve, so I couldn't interact, but I saw him and then he disappeared. I'll find him again. Is that it? Small Bob. Sorry. What's going on? Is this worth something?
This guy right here. With a 9-year-old girl. You ever had See, little Bob just disappeared like that, man.
I know. As soon as things got a little heated. Bob, small Bob, young Bob. Can I talk to you for 2 minutes? 2 minutes. Good man. Let me have a little interview with you because you're a rising star here. So let me. Sorry, just bear with me. Bear with me. Yeah. Are you in any way conceived by Bob himself? Okay. Let's do this. Young Bob, you are known as Young Bob. Do you give out your name, or is Young Bob is what you're going to go with?
Just Junior.
Junior.
Yeah.
Junior. Okay, Junior. What brought you originally to the park, and what it is that you're trying to accomplish here? That's the main thing.
Well, I was always spiritually engaged through my faith, and I always favoured polemics, if that be politics when I was younger or religion now. And what ultimately my idea of being here is to make younger people more involved in religion and demonstrate how Christianity prevails in terms of it giving an account for what God is and demonstrating the contentions with our faith are unfounded.
Okay. Sorry, can we move over there a little bit
fine.
where there's a bit more space, because these guys are behind me and my backpack keeps hitting them.
Yeah.
Okay, are we still good? Yeah, you're in frame, my good sir.
Yes.
Okay, so what gave you, what was the first sort of, I don't know, instant or something that motivates you to come to this place rather than just doing polemics and apologetics elsewhere?
Although there's more substance like online, right? People are way more engaged and actually learning. You don't really have the same experience. And Speaker's Corner is quite unique, right? Where you're able to have a supply of people who are willing to engage in a debate. They may not have good intentions, but at least they want to engage in a debate. So it's good with a physicality and it being transmitted to other Christians who can be more strengthened in their faith and learn more about their faith, and Muslims, because we can show to them that the Muslims here are scared to speak to us.
Yeah, that's one thing I did find, that now that there is a large contingent of Christians pushing back against Islam, a lot of the Islamic arguments which the Muslims used to essentially force upon if you like, innocent people who didn't really understand Islam or understand religion, they seem to be able to essentially con them easier. But now they're finding it harder and harder to push those old messages. How have the Muslims changed their tactics since you and others have been pushing back?
So very recently, me and David from Speaker's Corner have invested in a Christian table. So we actually are with the Dawah guys right next to them.
Similar to like the ones they have.
And so far they have blacklisted us. They've admitted on live streams that they no longer engage with smart Christians because they have the cameras, they have the money, and they have the popularity. So what I'm trying to do is change what we do, what the Christians at the park do, get them more involved outside the park, and actually incentivize young people to be learned in their faith and being spiritually engaged in their faith.
Interesting. Do you guys do work outside of the sort of debate arena in order to educate young Christians and up and coming, effectively, the next generation of British Christians?
Well, obviously, that would be encompassing me, right? Next generation of hopefully debaters, right? But yeah, we do preaching outside the park. I am online. I do TikTok debates. If people want to DM me, people have already DM'd me asking me what to read, how to get Bible, how to go to church. Obviously, people at camera, if you need advice on that, first port of call would be a church or a priest. Then, obviously, down the line, if you don't have any learned elders, obviously appeal to the people here, because there's an expectation or a duty when you engage in polemics or debate in religion, you're expected to actually help the people afterwards if they're convinced by your arguments.
Interesting. Can I ask one more question? What was the very first thing that was shocking to you as a discovery about Islam?
So I think it's more like, so you have a stigmatism about Islam, right? Like child marriage and ridiculous stories in the hadith literature. It's only when you actually see the references you have a good chuckle, because obviously your opposition is going to disproportionately represent the absurdities of your position. But when you actually show that that's founded, it's hilarious.
All right. So, I mean, like when you said child marriage, was there any other examples of things that you found in the hadith which were just unbelievably crazy, like just crazy, just like blew your mind?
I think.
How do people believe this?
Allah not having a beard, him having curly hair, the night of the jinns. What else would be absurd? Allah having a loin, foot, shin, two hands. Him having a bodily form.
Two left hands, or is it two right hands?
Two right hands.
Two right hands.
But in other narrations it says he has a left, so maybe three.
Maybe three hands. Have you ever heard there is a hadith talking about how the Jews are responsible for meat going bad?
Yeah.
You reread that one, because that was one of the ones that was like I read. I was like, holy crap! How can people read this and go, yeah, this comes from a holy source?
Well, it's also that
the Jews are to blame for everything, apparently.
Well, it's also because they give such credit as a historical source, right? That the hadiths, because there's actually a methodology of hadith. Dahi hadiths are 45% accurate.
Sahih, yeah.
And Sahih hadiths are 85% accurate.
Oh, Tahi is...
Dahi is 45% accurate.
Yeah, Dahi is 40, yeah. Sahih is the most recommended. How about the Hassan? I think there's a Hassan.
Yeah, so the lowest accuracy they actually attribute to the lowest chains, or the most credible, would be 45%. So it only goes upwards. Now, if you were to tell a historian, if you have something which is 45% reliable, that could actually be accredited to an argument as it terms the claims. For example, they would argue that Quran chapter 36 verse 14, the chain of narration that talks about Paul being the third messenger, is Dahi. Although the Arabic doesn't say that, if it was Dahi, that's 45% accurate. That's accredible to history. And some hadith literature Muslims would take, even though they're Dahi, which is interesting.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. You've been really great. God bless you. Take care. Okay. Guys and girls, we are done with a little interview. Okay, let's see what we're going to do next. Let's go talk to our American friend, actually. Let's go talk to our American friend. Thank you, everyone, for being in the chat. 50 people in the chat. Big up to yourselves. We are going to go and try to chat to our American guy, because I've been wanting to catch him. Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
How are you doing? All right?
I'm good, sir. I'm good. Can I just re-interview you quickly, because I want to talk to you about the Trump's win. I know you appear to be a kind of a fan. I don't know. I got a feeling that you got a fan.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what gave it away, but maybe.
I don't know what gave it away. Yeah.
So, tell us about how you felt on Tuesday or Wednesday morning when you found out Donald Trump had been elected as president.
I was absolutely elated. It was about 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning, because I got up and I was watching the news, and the media, as it is, they're very sort of reticent to tell us what's really going on. But then I took to the alternative media and found out that Trump was actually blasting miles ahead. And obviously at that time, I think he announced it when it got to about 270 or something like that, about 3, 4 o'clock. They called it by then. And I was absolutely over the moon. I was doing fist pumps the whole time.
4 in the morning.
4 in the morning. Yeah. Because I was here last week, and I said to them, everybody was, I don't know if he's going to do it. And obviously my concern was that the election might be rigged. There's no way he could have lost it by popular vote. But here's what's happened. He's won the popular vote amazingly, which is telling us that the American people believed in Trump. Resoundingly.
Would you say this was a message to the Democratic and the woke-karates
Yes.
without any hesitation, without any exception, that the American people wholeheartedly reject the leftist woke ideology?
Absolutely. Now I'm
Because they not only won. Sorry, isn't that they only won Donald Trump? Not only Donald Trump won, but they also won the Senate and
Yes.
possibly when the final results come in the House as well.
I believe so. He'll get everything. He'll do a clean sweep on everything.
Now, since the American public, and kind of like the British public, I don't know if you remember during 2019 for Brexit,
Yes.
they gave Boris Johnson a resounding mandate
Yes.
to do the Brexit thing, although he kind of fumbled it, I'll be honest.
Yes.
But nevertheless, it is clear that the American public have said to Donald Trump, here's a blank check.
Yes.
Go do the things that we want you to do.
Yes.
If he doesn't deliver, at least in the next 2 years, what do you think is going to be the impression of the American people?
I'm going to take that and turn it around. In fact, I think he'll deliver before 2 years. He's already started. The war in Gaza, Israel, phone calls have been made. What about to Putin and Zelensky? Phone calls have been made.
Yes, already Putin has come out saying that he is in favor of negotiations or
Yes,
stopping the
yes.
hostilities. Hamas has already said they're willing to surrender. That was amazing. The Houthis have already stopped their activities. It's amazing, the U-turn. Xi Jinping has come out and said, we are friends with America. We want to get along with America. It's amazing how everybody suddenly come on board.
Yes. I believe that Donald Trump has a different advantage to any other politician because he's a businessman. But second, he loves his country and he works down up. These other politicians work top down. They've had their palms greased the whole time. Donald Trump doesn't need his palms greased. He's
already rich.
He's already rich.
In fact, he's lost more than he gained through becoming a president.
Absolutely. So I think when you mentioned about what happens if it doesn't happen in 2 years, guess what? He's got his team on the ground. They're already working. He's got a whole lot of people working for him at the moment.
There's this. I mean, for me, there are two critical things that he should do. Number one, secure the border and build that wall or finish that wall.
Yes.
And number two, improve the economy.
Right.
Are those doable in 2 years?
It's possible. There's a lot of deficit to clear off, trillions of dollars. What you're going to see is him putting in action things that are going to set the course for America to prosper. 2 years, I don't know. But you know what?
But that's the path.
That's the path. He's going to put them on trajectory. And as I spoke to somebody today, he's already lined up his surrogates. So when he's not in power, it'll carry on. That's what I believe. Yeah.
Do you think that he will appoint Elon Musk as he was supposed to be the efficiency
expert. I don't see why he wouldn't.
And do you think that Elon Musk would be able to fire 80% of the useless workers, government employees?
Oh yes, a lot of the work. I think so.
Because government doesn't work the same as Twitter. He's not a private corporation.
No. I believe that what you're seeing right now is what we have, because I'm from Jamaica. I grew up.
Originally.
When you take up the brick, there's normally a lot of cockroaches under it. But once the light shines on them, they're all going to scatter. I don't think even Elon will need to do half the work that he needs to do, because once he takes up that brick, he'll expose them. They'll all run away. So I believe it's happening right now. And I think that efficiency will start taking place in the next year. Drill, baby, drill is very important for Trump. That is going to be the keystone on which America will prosper. Now, there's going to be a bit of a backlash with that. But guess what? The people have already got their drills out. They're just waiting. January 20th. They're waiting.
Drilling.
It's going to happen. Yeah, so that's going to be the key thing to look out for. The drill, baby, drill.
You think that if America becomes not only energy sufficient, but energy superpower, that would obviously fuel everything else with the economy?
Yeah, Putin knows this. Because the Arabians know this. They know that
because Putin has a monopoly on gas and a lot of things, especially in this part of the world.
That's right. So Donald Trump is saying, make America great first. Once that's done and everybody's settled, Let the people come in. We've got work for you. We've got the Arabs. We've got the Jews. We've got the even Palestinians, if they're good people. Let them come in. We've
But
got
legally
and
vetted.
And vetted. That's right. And the Congolese and the Venezuelans. We don't
As
care.
long as they're- I mean, that's the whole. That was
Yes.
the whole spirit of America.
That's right.
Anyone. I mean, look at Elon Musk. He is literally an African
He's
American.
an African American. And
who
he's
came from South Africa
Absolutely.
and did what he did in
Yes,
the United States.
yes.
So that is the American dream.
That's the American
but it's
dream.
supposed to be for people, not for your drug dealers and your rapists and your murderers. It's supposed to be for the good, honest people who want to make a
That's
a
right.
life.
Everybody wants that. Whatever religion you are, everybody wants the agenda. I've got it on here. It's called Agenda 47. It's on his website. All right, it's on the website. Donald Trump's website has Agenda 47, which tells us everything he's going to do, and we can tick them off when he does them.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
God bless
It's been
you,
a
man.
pleasure talking to you.
All right,
Take
God
care.
bless.
Thank you. Bye bye. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was a wonderful conversation with our local American representative here. We are going to move on to see what else we can do, what other conversations there are. Hi. Yeah, okay, we're going to move on to have another conversation. Let's see. Okay. What's the time? What's the time, boys and girls? Okay, 3 o'clock. We are almost at an hour's live stream here. Thank you everyone for joining us. There's been some good conversations taking place. No. Must have qualifications nowadays. What do you mean I look more tactical? I've just got the chest cam just in case there's something else. Thank you, Chelsea. I love you, Chelsea. I'm no grown, you twat. Oh, I don't know. Chelsea, I've got a love-hate relationship with Chelsea. Chelsea hates me, but I seem to love her. I love you, Chelsea. For Allah's sake. Okay. Huh? I'm talking to my live chat.
Where is this?
This is YouTube. Yes. Okay, guys, we're gonna go see what's what with the cowboy. Sorry. YouTube. Hafiz reflects. Okay. Let's see. Mr.
What does it hurt to tell you about what Jesus Christ did in my life?
Mr. Cowboy.
Well, of course I'm trying to convince you. Why are you afraid of reading the Bible? Tell me that.
I'm not afraid of reading the Bible, but it's not that I'm afraid of it. I just don't think there's anything of rigor there. I don't think it's.
Are you open-minded?
I think most people would say yes, but I would probably actually say
no.
Maybe no.
Probably not. I know. I can tell because you come across as a very judgmental person. I'm just saying that.
No, that's fine. No, I agree.
And that's why I asked you that, and I told you, you believe in God, but you believe you are God. God judges, right? If there is a God...
Well, I don't say that judge could.
No, you believe you're right and you're wrong is right and wrong. That's what you live by.
No, I never said that.
Yes, you did. You said murder is wrong. You said that stealing was wrong. You judge that. If it wasn't from God, you believe it yourself. He thinks stealing's okay when he's hungry. See? Did you pay for that?
Self-defense, yeah, you have to have that. Necessity.
Did you pay for that?
Necessity. Is what we call
You know all
necessity.
these kids that ride around on those bikes and never pay. They're riding squeak,
Did you pay
squeak,
for that
squeak.
jacket?
This? Yeah, at Whitechapel Market. Come Wednesday.
You got it from the church. You got it from the church.
No, this was Whitechapel Market. Come Wednesday at 12. You'll hear me preach. It's a wonderful place. No, but listen, all you have to do, hey, they like me more than you do. They do. I've been going there for years.
Because he spends money when he goes.
I do spend some, but they do like me. They've got some great falafels, I'll tell you that.
Falafels at Whitechapel. I thought it'd be more like rotis and curry.
You got it all. They don't have cowboy boots,
You gotta
though.
go Edgware Road.
No
Falafel
cowboy
is
boots.
Moroccan, Egyptian, Arab. Whitechapel, Indian, Pakistani.
They're
know
they're
the
not just
demographics.
Indian and Pakistani. Don't be racist.
Why you put Jesus in your trousers?
So you'd read it. Good on you, mate.
Why? You know.
Wow. This, wait.
Jesus respecting Jesus.
You mean you just learned how to read? Congratulations. All right, young man.
Those boots.
Please, if I give you a little book, just the book of John, will you consider reading it?
Very wrote to Jesus.
If you could tell me why you accept that as the word of God, why you believe that's the word of God, how do you know?
It changed my life.
How?
Gave me
You haven't
forgiveness.
changed your tone. He's gone to the worst.
How do you
He's gone
I mean,
downhill.
You should consider yourself
You
lucky.
Do you know?
To read the book of John. One of the preacher ladies here made me read the whole of book of Matthew. You know how long book of Matthew is?
Matthew, not Matthews.
Sorry,
go
Matthew.
soon, sorry.
It was very long.
I asked you, how do you know this? What's this feeling?
When I was 17, I read and I believed it was true. And that Jesus Christ was who he said he was. Okay, so when he
Why
said,
should I believe?
I'm gonna, you asked me,
You think if I read, I will believe?
it's not a one cent, I don't know. It's not up to me. It's up to God's words to you. I can't save you. I can't save myself. I know Christ the last 44 years because he did a great work in my soul and forgave me. You have a conscience. Do you know that?
Yeah, but this
Wait a
book-
minute. Yeah, but are you guilty when your conscience sometimes?
I
Where do you
suppose so,
think
yeah.
that came from? The Big Bang? The conscience
Probably.
says, I'm guilty. You didn't get that from, just, it's called
I think it's very.
the sinful nature.
I think it's reasonable to assume that you got that through evolution. I don't
Yeah,
think.
yeah, because you've been told.
Can I?
So I believe my books. You believe yours, but mine have been proven and yours haven't. So I don't.
Which books?
Listen, my
I
friend,
mean,
Are you talking about like scientific books?
any scientific. book.
my friend, we just went over your books and you have no proof. I asked you how the Big Bang banged. I don't know.
Well, actually,
How did the single cell organism start? Natural, I don't know. Don't tell me your books are proven. Don't lie.
The Big Bang has actually been proven.
Your
It's called the Large Hadron Collider.
religion is evolution. You believe it by faith, not fact. Don't lie. It is
No, I
a
don't.
faith.
It is by fact.
Oh, all right, let's do this again. I mean, you're a stubborn dude.
I'm not stubborn, dude, but you have one book, and I have many.
This is 66 in one, I tell you that. That's a pretty good. You don't know anything about it because you don't read it. But I'm asking you to not be a 23-year-old chicken. Read the book of John, and with an open mind. But you're so proud. No, I don't want to move. Ever. I'm 23 years old and I know everything. Everything I ever want to learn, that's it. That's what you're saying.
I think you're resorting to a bit weird
Okay,
tactics.
Ad hominem.
I'm exaggerating a little, but I want to tell you,
I think you're-
God can change your heart if you are teachable beyond where you're at. If you don't want that, that's your choice. I don't care. You're nothing to me but a man that I can talk to right now. If you don't want to talk anymore,
agree.
that's
I
okay.
absolutely agree.
Can I have a little back and forth? Can I just 1 second?
Now,
All I'm
without
saying
that,
is,
all you have is your own judgment and what you've learned. So you become hardened in what you learn, even though it's by faith, and you know it's by faith.
It's not all what I've learned. A lot of it is
Evolution.
deduction.
We talked about a creator that created by design, and you say no, and I say, tell me something that's on this earth that's not created by design, that doesn't have a design.
I don't believe the designer was God. I believe it's Mother Nature. I think through years and years
so
of
you're
evolution.
willing to admit it's design.
Yeah, I believe it's design.
Okay,
because
so
design,
how did the design begin? By chaos? Big Bang?
Probably, yes. Like that.
Well, that's stupid.
But it's just a series of.
That's
collisions.
not intellectual. That's something out of chaos turned into design. Impossible.
You think that this isn't
That's
chaos?
called entropy. That already proves you wrong. The second law of thermodynamics.
But the thing is, no, that's not true, because the universe is actually in entropy right now. The fact is, the universe is in entropy, but within the universe,
the universe creating right now?
no, the universe isn't created. It's
What's
not.
the sun?
There are
Is the sun getting hotter? Or
no.
is it getting
It's no. The thing is, what you're mistaken
Is the sun
about
the
thermodynamics.
solar that we have in our whole ecosystem, our whole universe? Is the sun getting hotter or colder?
Well, it's actually it's not moving anywhere. It's
I
just
didn't say moving.
It's not. No, I mean it's not moving any direction.
You don't know science. It's getting colder.
Nah, not really. I mean,
Listen,
you're
I
looking
tried
at
to
billions of
help
years.
you as long as I could, but you are more stubborn.
No.
than this guy.
I can. I'm
Now,
willing to
does
actually
anybody
engage in
have
your
a
argument.
Good question. That it's willing to learn. Did you want that Book of John or not?
Oh, sorry.
No.
But look, let me put this
I'm
to
gonna
you.
go. I have to go.
All
But
right. God
it was
bless
nice to
you.
speak.
You too. I'm gonna pray for you.
Okay.
Now, does anybody have any good questions before I go?
No, don't go.
I
need
good
content.
news. Good news. And I have bad news. Bad news. I'm going to tell you the bad news first so we can get it over with. The bad news is I got to go.
No.
The good news is I'll be back next Sunday.
No.
You just got here. I've been here about 2.5 hours. So, how many of you just arrived? A few. Do you have any good questions? Listen, or answers. Do you have any good answers?
What is your answer to Muslims? I'm asking you a question.
Just be a good cameraman and shut up.
I like to participate. This is a gonzo
No,
type
I know
of a
you do, but
situation.
you're terrible at it. So, any good questions out there? Anybody good questions?
What is your answer to Muslims?
You've got a good question. You got it. Listen, can I ride that horse sometime?
Hell no. Is that polo? That's not really polo, is it? That's
All right.
that's more like golf.
Thank you very much. If you'd like to talk, I'll be right down. If you want to argue, go to him. God bless you. The guy with the fake beard.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that ends our session with the cowboy of Speaker's Corner. Sir, can I ask you, if you were to tell a Muslim one thing that would make them a Christian, what would that one thing be?
I couldn't. I cannot say something that would make somebody a Christian. It's not about verbal words, it's inward. They have to repent of their soul, in their soul, and ask Jesus Christ to be their Savior. It's between them and God. Otherwise,
So what piece of advice you would give to a Muslim to put them on that path?
Matt, just keep playing that over and over again. That's the simple question and answer. Jesus is the answer. He rose from the dead. For the Muslim,
No, you didn't.
and for women and men, and they are different.
Excellent. Okay, so that concludes our session.
What's your name?
They call me Banksy. Some people call me Banksy. Some people call me Hafiz.
Why do they call you Banksy?
Because that's the name of my channel.
You stole it.
I did. It's
Bad
Banksy
boy.
style. That's why I changed it. I changed it to Hafiz Reflex.
Stop, Gabe. This guy is upset for you. Don't
Put
touch
your hand to
me.
yourself.
It's all right. He can touch. He can touch. It's all right. We're brothers in humanity.
No, not you. I'm saying, keep touching the young lady now. Oh, stop!
But
stop being so touchy-feely.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy. Listen, if I tried to hug him, he's too holy.
It's a little bit personal space issue.
Get people away from me sometimes. Trying to get them to hug you. You're gonna watch it.
Okay, we're gonna move. We are moving, ladies and gentlemen. I think, to be honest, we are gonna end this session at some point, possibly. At the moment, I'm just gonna walk around. There's no Shalili. I see no Shalili. What else do we have? Let's go see if there's anyone in the Muslim corner. Oh, my knees are freezing up again. This is. How you doing, brother? How you doing, mate? You good?
Oh, either bro.
Good. Love you, man. Half as Reflex, but I used to be Banksy. You know Banksy?
You good, yeah? Either what? I see you, man. Praise God.
You're
good. No, praise God.
Terminator.
What's that guy's name?
Terminator. No.
There he is. Terminator. Hello, Terminator.
He fixes the soul, he's nothing.
Terminator.
I'll get Terminator. Terminator want to be, yeah?
You good?
Terminator.
We're laughing, bro. We're laughing. You good, yeah? That's good.
All right. Let's start smiling then.
What is
Keep smiling.
what is that guy's name? Is it Mansoor? Mansoor, that's it. I forgot Mansoor's name.
Any Muslim here wants to defend their Akida. Who was willing to defend their Akida?
Where's Owen?
How many? Huh?
Where's Owen today?
Where's
Owen.
Elvin? Oh no, I don't think I haven't seen him. Huh?
Has he arrived?
No, I haven't seen him.
He wanted me to bring the book.
Oh, did he?
I brought, what's it called? Thingy translation.
Explain the word of God for you speak to me for like.
Oh, bloody hell! Arabic, nice. Aramaic. That's hard to find, man.
Huh?
That's hard to find. I've never seen that. What are the? How many arms? Yeah.
It translates. Do you know the I am quotes? Yeah, the I am, where Christ quotes the I am.
Oh, the I am.
It says it in the same way. That's
but in Aramaic.
And yeah, they always knew how he said it. The I am. Due to generally saying I am, and yes, it was quoted the same way Yahweh quoted it. I am. So it says, I am the living God.
Like when Moses asked God, "Who are you?" and he says, "I am who I am."
I am the living God.
Okay,
So it says like this.
So, and Jesus was saying, "I am" in that way that Moses heard it from.
That's the way he was
God.
quoting
That's
it.
the way.
Yes.
God was.
Not to generally.
Yeah.
Not generally quoting it like this.
Not as a person saying "I am," but in the Yahweh sense of "I am."
I am the living God. That's how it was quoted. That's why people get it wrong. That's why. Yeah.
There's so much lost in translation, I think,
So when
over
you
the
say I
years.
am the living God, Matthew chapter 50, yes.
But
they saw him and they were afraid immediately. He spoke to them and said, "I am. Take heart.
Take
I
heart.
am the
I
living
am.
God. Do not be afraid."
And that's how Jesus said.
Yeah. So basically, yes. In your translation, it says, "I am." To take heart. Yes. It's me. Do not be afraid. But the way it was quoted, "I am." Yeah,
the way it's the same as the way Moses heard it.
I am the living God. Do not be afraid.
Yes, indeed. Okay, let's go. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Hopefully I see you next week. I'm gonna be here. But the following week after that, I won't.
Okay, it looks like we're doing a little chase around the park here. Mansoor is being chased by young Bob, by Junior. I can't really hear them, so I'm just going to do some narration for you guys. But yeah, Mansoor is being chased. Mansoor is being chased around the park. the dance of Dawah.
Little kids chasing him around.
It's part of the show. Part of the show in this park.
You don't want to learn, you know.
And the missionaries feel so much threatened that they want to go and heckle and disrupt every single conversation because they feel that the person that a Muslim speaking to is going to leave Christianity, leave atheism, and become a Muslim. So I think we should be actually quite happy. We should be quite happy to see the effect of dawah that is having in Speaker's Corner, where the missionaries realize that if they were to go and speak on their ladder, no one's going to listen to them. Only way they can stop Islam spreading.
Talk to them, challenge them.
We have.
You want to tell new people?
Challenge them again. And if you're arguing.
So now we realize Christianity, at least in this park, they have realized, it's called self-realization, that it is over. The only way to stop the demise of Christianity in the park is to interrupt and interject and to heckle a Muslim discussion, right? Have you seen these hecklers, how they start begging to speak to Muslims? Have you noticed? Because it is called this inferiority complex. When they realize they have nothing to offer and they're losing their ground to intelligent discussions Muslims are having with non-Muslims, only way they can save their face is by what? Making noise and heckling and interruption of the discussion our Muslim is having. So I think this is an important message that we should really appreciate, that the effect of dawah it is having in Speaker's Corner and in a broader scale globally is something that we should say alhamdulillah, that it is working. So the model of Muslims engagement, the dawah methodology that has been employed in Speaker's Corner and elsewhere is alhamdulillah then effective. So wherever you are in the world, take this model of engagement, intellectual discussion with non-Muslims, and you will see the results, inshallah. Because the truth is so clear, the truth is so obvious that all you need to do is to share this truth with others with intellectual discussion, not with emotional baggages that you're bringing. I had a dream and God spoke to me like this. It doesn't work anymore, as you can see with people of other religious faith. All that is needed is engagement with people of sincerity, people of understanding, and share Islam with them. And inshallah, Islam will reach every corner of the globe as it is happening right now. And we don't need to worry about those hecklers. The church realized it doesn't work with adult Christians. They send kids now, young kids, because you're not going to be discussing with kids. They realize maybe the kids will interrupt the discussion.
Okay, guys, we're moving. That was Mansour's. Sorry.
Alhamdulillah, Muslims noticed and they're learning how to engage. And may Allah give us the ability and the knowledge.
Sorry. Okay. We're moving, guys and girls. Where to go? Next conversation, next debate. My knee is seizing up. Oh, God. Okay.
You've seen the fan. You claim Jesus is the prophet. That's true. Okay,
They don't want to talk, man. They got the running shoes on today.
Or talk. No, they're all pork.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Where can we?
We used to say the only good Jew was the dead.
And it's all Germany was attacking us and killing us. Same in Israel. Arabs were attacking Jews, happy for years.
I see other people talking. I want to.
You deserve it.
Oh, Tommy. Who, Tommy? Me? I don't say anything about you? I didn't say anything about you. Yeah, about Islam. Because I come from Iran, I know what Islam does.
Yes,
I am. I think Israel will take care of Iran soon. Iran is gonna feel.
He will never come back.
Yeah.
No Shah will come back.
Shah is already, his son is in America.
With some Jews there as well.
How many? No. When do we get them?
I think Israel will take care of Iran.
How many is there? If Israel was stop killing Palestinian children and recognise the establishment of the state of Israel and the establishment of Palestine, then the conflict's over.
I'm selling.
Walkie-talkie minister up until Netanyahu.
Yes. And I'm not unhappy about that.
Golda Meir was one of the most vicious Zionist bitches.
Well,
she was racist.
She was a stout defender of Israel.
Racist apartheid Israel. Yes, she was.
You're brainwashed by the.
In 1948, when Israel was created, and there was 150,000 Arabs there, all those Arabs got the vote. They got members of parliament in the Israeli parliament. All the street signs in Israel are in Hebrew and Arabic. And often English too. The coins and banknotes in Israel are in Hebrew and Arabic. There are Arabs on the Israeli Supreme Court, in the Israeli police force, in the Israeli army. Israel is not an apartheid state, but look at Palestine. How many Jews live there? They were all killed or kicked out. There's apartheid for you. Look at Jordan. In Jordan, there's a law: no Israeli or Jew is allowed to own land in Jordan or to live in Jordan. You can go there as a tourist or in the embassy staff. That's apartheid. But in Israel, there's 2 million Arabs. 2 million Arabs are full citizens of Israel.
Yes, that's good.
I want to do it.
And I look forward to the day when the Palestinians have their own state, and I hope the Arabs will allow Jews there as well.
Stolen land. Give us back stolen land.
Not stolen land. United Nations partitioned it. Blame the United Nations. Blame the United Nations. United Nations created 2 states.
Who's the main landlord?
I'm not lying. Everything I said is true.
You're not the landlord. You take the family.
Why must I change? If God gave us the land, that's good enough for me.
You took the land.
You took the land. You saw the land.
God said we would return to the promised land. God keeps his promises. People don't, but God does.
Olive oil.
Eat your hummus.
I love hummus. The hummus the Arabs make is the best hummus.
Less Hamas, more hummus. Less Hamas, more hummus.
Best hummus in Israel. Arabs make it.
Arabs make everything.
They don't make everything, but they make good hummus.
Best coffee on Edgware Road.
You took everything.
So, Israel says we want to make peace.
No, it doesn't. That's a lie.
Do you know
Israel wants more land.
Benjamin Netanyahu, who I don't like, in 2009 said, I'm going to have 10 months settlement freeze, no building of settlements, to encourage the Palestinians to come and negotiate. What did the Palestinians do? They waited for 9.5 months, then they went to negotiate for 1.5 days, and then they left again.
because they didn't get what they wanted. And they've been fighting that since 1948, Mr. Speaker.
So, carry on negotiating. If you want peace, go and negotiate. If you would rather war, fight your wars. If you'd rather peace, go and negotiate. As it says in the Quran.
The Holy Quran.
As it says in the Holy Quran. It's just the Quran, by the way, but the Holy Quran I'm happy with. In the Quran it says, if your enemy leads toward peace, you also need toward peace and rely on Allah. Can you rely on Allah? Can you? I say you can rely on Allah. Go and negotiate like you did during the Oslo Peace Accords. In the Oslo Peace Accords, the Palestinians got their own government.
They had one already as far back as 1982.
They got their own police force to replace the Israeli police force. And if they carried on negotiating, they'd have got their own state. But they walked away.
Sir, excuse me.
Go back and negotiate. Show the world whether Israel will allow two states.
Sir. Yes. What do you think about Donald Trump's election?
I believe in democracy. I don't care who you vote for. If it's democracy, that's fine.
This guy is a puppet of
Yeah.
So do you think that he will actually, bring peace, world peace with Ukraine, with the Middle East?
When Donald Trump was in power before, 8 years ago, for 4 years, no war started under his term of office. He got a peace deal with the Taliban, and they pulled out of Americans pulled out of Afghanistan. He got the North Koreans to stop firing missiles. I would say Donald Trump is more likely to bring peace than Biden.
But what would Mr. Speaker?
I don't like him as a person. Some of it is nice, but he's got some really bad things. Bad things about him. But if he can get the job done, I'd rather a dodgy guy doing a good job than a nice guy doing a bad job.
Would you, John, in your mind, please outline not just Israeli peace process with the Palestinians, the establishment of a state of Palestine, I would propose to be the sharing of Jerusalem.
Okay, Israel has said we will negotiate with no preconditions, and many Israelis say share Jerusalem. I agree with that. I agree with that. Even if it's just the old city, share that, internationalise. Absolutely. I'll be happy with that. I can't think of it any other way, because neither side will back down on that central area, the walled city.
Would you link the East, the West Bank and Gaza as a state
Absolutely,
of Palestine?
I would.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Tunnels and bridges, so they can't be shut off.
We don't want tunnels. Don't want tunnels.
Okay, just bridges. Tunnels and or bridges.
Give us back
Tell you what the tunnel.
What do they do with tunnels?
I want to see. Oh yeah. I know what you mean.
That's a hand, not a boot.
Listen, give us back
It can be done. It can be done.
You can't take it.
Who won the war between America and Vietnam?
Saddam
The
Hussein.
North Vietnamese.
Vietnam defeated America.
Vietnam, US tunnels.
Just because one country's small and one's big doesn't mean the big one's always going to win.
Size isn't important.
If
What
you,
she said last night.
yeah, some people say size is important. I mean, yeah.
Dave.
If you go by the Quran,
Very
in the
good.
Quran it says,
The idea of doing it in Gaza and southern Lebanon.
I'd much rather live in Israel than Gaza or Lebanon.
IDF soldiers do it.
Very well.
Very well.
Yeah.
They are taking one-way ticket to hell. Jahannam is waiting for them.
Just ask Hassan Nasrallah.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Well,
can't.
he's
He's dead. Yeah.
It's okay. We
Just
should.
ask Soleimani. Oh, he's dead.
No.
Just ask Hania. Oh, he's dead. Yeah.
Inshallah,
Israel is very clever, and God is on side with Israel is on side with God.
Which God, Mr. Speaker?
Yahweh.
The God who
Jehovah.
created the world.
The Saturday
The
God,
God
or
who
Friday
created
Allah,
the
or
world.
Christian
Jehovah.
God
Yes,
says
Jehovah.
the Jews will return to their ancient homeland.
For what?
If God says it's going to happen, it's going to happen. It has happened. Get used to it.
For the
Where's the Holy Land? Where's the Holy Land?
For the final day.
Where's the Holy Land?
No, it's Holy Land's called Israel.
I don't have no knowledge
Yeah,
about it.
one day Israel and Palestine. If the Palestinians ever go and negotiate peace,
Negotiate with what?
Our capital. With
thieves.
with these recognized Israeli government.
Listen. You took
If
our
you
land.
If you've got on your side, you can succeed in negotiations.
You
suddenly claim
it. We are the landlords.
He's not.
We own this land.
You don't know.
Not
that even if
Iran.
tomorrow all of
Iran.
Palestine
Iran.
goes back to Palestinians, none of you fuckers are going anywhere.
I know you guys want to do division.
That means
I
you're
know
a
Shia.
Shia. That means you're a Shia. A Sunni would say you're a Sunni. A Shia.
Give us back my land and I shoot him.
You can actually
Take video out there.
Praise the Lord.
Give me back. Okay, give me back my land. And then I go there.
It's not your. It's not even your land.
Who are you? You're Iranian. Talking about
You're not a
Iranian.
Shia.
As opposed to
Okay.
Jewish.
You're a Shia. It
It's
doesn't matter.
rainy and cloudy. It's not sunny today. Look.
So, if you love Allah and His Quran, follow it. It says the children of Israel will return. So why go against Allah's Quran?
Do you know how to swim in the river?
I do have a very good
Make
swimmer,
sure if
thanks.
you got Amsterdam, you know how to swim.
I can swim. But with God's help, I won't
When do
need
we
you to
throw
save
you
my
in the
life.
Mediterranean?
You motherfucker! Say free Palestine!
Say free
You know,
Palestine.
What he says,
You
there's
motherfucker!
truth
Say
in
free
what he
Palestine!
says. When the
Oh, the guy was
Arabs
terrible.
attacked Israel in
I'll give you money! I'll give you money!
1947,
Please! I'll give
he
you money!
said, we are going to drive the
See, when you
Jews into the
squeeze the
sea.
Motherfuckers, before
And
the
it didn't
game,
happen.
before the
And
game,
it
before
won't
the game,
ever happen.
slogan Arabs, say Arabs like this.
We're going to kill Arabs.
After
we're
the
gonna
game,
kill
The Bible says
Shame on
so.
you.
everybody waiting for us outside.
Shame on you, United Nations.
God spoke to the
you're a
prophet
Christian
Amos,
outside.
I will return it to your land,
Yeah.
and you will never again be uprooted from the land I've given you.
They took it. It wasn't given. They took it.
United Nations gave it to them.
Lies.
You read Resolution 181. Just read it. Oh, I'm a liar, am I? I'm a liar, am I? I'll prove you I'm not a liar. I'll prove you I'm not a liar. Because guess what I've got in my bag? UN Resolution 181.
That's right.
What is this? Your newspaper?
Is that the Holy
No, it's not
Quran
a
in French?
newspaper. It's a file of the truth documents.
I don't believe in the media. Media
Right.
Online. Western media online.
Let's have a look at UN
All the Western
Resolution
media online. Don't
181.
believe BBC, CNN.
Here we are.
All liar.
UN Resolution 181.
BBC.
Yeah. There we are. Independent Arab and Jewish states.
We must advise you.
There we are. There we are.
Palestinians in that document.
They are. They got their own state. They called it Transjordan. They did. In 1948, the West Bank was part of Jordan. I'm not lying. He's lying or mistaken. The Jordanian army and the Syrian army and Iraqi army took the West Bank, and the West Bank was part of Jordan. Afraid it was.
Separate Palestinian
Afraid it was.
next to Jordan.
And it stayed that way if Anne in 1967 tried to destroy Israel. Yeah. Do you know, it says in the Quran, very good book, the Quran, if you fight with justice, I will fight with you and inflict defeat on your enemy. So in 1967, when 6 Arab Muslim armies attacked Israel, whose side was Allah, God, on?
The Jews!
Israel won.
Guess who won? Allah wants the land of Israel.
The Jewish Torah and the Christian.
I'm the landlord.
Look, if Allah wants
There's
the
only
Jews
one
to have the
God.
land, who am I to argue with Allah? Well, if Allah wanted the Palestinians to win, they would win.
Absolutely.
Are they winning?
Yeah.
If you're winning, then I would suggest you give your pages back.
Where's your army? Where's your army now? Oi, where's your army?
Where's my army?
Israeli army, one of the biggest armies in the area.
They're the army that are kicking ass.
It says in the Quran, it says,
If Allah wants to bless you, nothing
You're
can stop it.
the ones that are crying about Palestinians. Every day you're crying.
Southern Lebanon.
Hold on.
Where is Allah blessing
They're winning.
Yeah.
Or the Palestinians.
Yeah, they got kicked out of
Care
Lebanon.
to answer that?
Who? The Israelis got kicked out of Lebanon.
Yeah.
Did they? Where is Hezbollah right now? Where is that?
Nothing can stop it.
No Hezbollah.
So why the people of Gaza and southern Lebanon have not been
Shall we check the pages? Shall we read some pages?
Anybody like to answer that? No, you won't. Pardon?
What happened? Sorry.
In the Quran it says, if Allah wants to bless you, nothing can stop it. So why is Allah not blessing the people of Gaza or southern Lebanon? And no one will answer. No one will
Answer the
answer.
question. Why Israeli army have pampas?
Where is Allah? Where is Allah helping the Palestinians? I mean, you guys do have to answer the question that if Allah is on the side of the Palestinians, where is Allah? Allah, Allah, who the hell is Allah? Where is Allah? Are you saying that the Palestinians are not praying to Allah?
You don't believe nothing.
No,
That's
but
what
I'm talking about I'm talking about the Palestinian.
America, you sold your
I'm talking about the Palestinian.
America.
Where is Allah for the Palestinians?
He's there.
Allah, he's watching them die.
Inna Allah yansur al-mu'minin. One day will come.
One day.
Inna Allah yansur
But not today.
wal-mujahideen.
But not today.
wal-mujahideen.
But not today.
شو ما فاصل بعد
Would you rather be in the
Of
days
course
of
I'm about
Islam?
that.
شو ما سويت
My
Most countries.
ها بعد هذا شكاوي خايبة كوي بابا
Would you
Chicago,
rather
Baba.
be in the days of Islam again?
فاصل بعد هذا بعد هذا شو خايبة
It's up to you.
از کجایی؟ یعنی
هذا ایران نو سال بود
نه یعنی فامیلی از کجاست؟
Take Allah's advice from the Quran.
آه شما
Allah will bless you.
عراقی هستی.
در ایران بودم خامنه‌ای آمده من اونجا رفتم
Oh my God.
He's blessing you because you've got
خامنه‌ای هم
animals
رفت
to
برو
do.
اونجا. خامنه‌ای رفت.
You're a lucky man.
I was in Gaza last week.
You weren't in Gaza last week. No, you weren't in Gaza last week.
Listen, you should answer my question. Why are they wearing pampas?
You answer my question. They aren't.
There's no toilet around.
They aren't. I was in Israel in May, and the Israeli soldiers weren't wearing
Why wearing
pampers.
hafada?
They were.
Hafada, that's it, hafada. Just Israeli.
So why didn't you answer my question then?
Which question? There's so many.
It says in the Quran, if Allah wants to bless you, nothing can stop it.
Yes.
Why is he not blessing the people of Gaza or the people of southern Lebanon?
Because
Why?
you're killing babies.
There will be a time. Be patient. There will be patient.
Yeah, listening, I'm listening.
The one you said. What was his first name in the Quran at all?
It's in the Quran.
Opposite.
It's in the Quran.
In your books,
Tell
in the
you
Jewish
what,
books said,
here is the Quran.
if you kill man, woman, and children,
I will
it doesn't matter.
tell you where it says
You can slaughter them, doesn't matter. As long as you defend your land, that's right.
Quran chapter
That's in the
10,
Senegal.
verse
That's the
107.
What are you saying to me?
Quran chapter 10, verse 107. It does say what I said in the Quran,
No, I'm just
chapter
confirming
10,
what-
verse
I see that.
107.
In Quran, it said, جاهدوا في أنفسكم.
Listen to him. Listen to him.
Quran
No,
said,
this is the Quran.
said-
He's speaking in Arabic. I speak English.
jihad of your
If he
family, your
speaks in
life, your
English,
land,
listen
your
to
people
him.
of the land, your defense.
And then jihad
Jihad al-nafs.
No.
Nafs.
nafs.
The Quran
Jihad doesn't
says
mean suicide bombing.
it is made of simple verses, clear to understand. I trust the Quran even if you don't.
But you die for the cause of
Imagine I take your house. How you feel?
Muslim world, you don't have to be filled with people forever. Be true to your Quran and Allah will bless you.
It's not suicide if you're dying for the cause of Allah.
No. That's wrong. I'm against this.
No, you're against it, but what I mean is...
I'm a Shia.
You've got a mask on, I can't hear you. You've got a mask on, I can't hear you.
I get one fight, I get a grenade.
You don't have to be a third world people forever.
Iranian, I was Iran. Iranian people, they defend their own land.
They say what they want to say, then they walk away. Walking away is much easier, isn't it? Yeah, I say the heavyweight. No, she embarrassed herself by walking away. Yeah. I quoted the Quran. Yes, and she walked away. I can. I've got a good education and I can read and write. So I've read the Quran. I know why you're a backward third world people. You're going against the Quran. You're going against the Quran. That's why you're a backward third world people.
Have you read in the Quran? Are you Muslim? God will punish you.
Twice! And it's happened twice already. Here we are. It's happened twice already.
Oh, there is one coming.
It does not say so in the Quran.
And one is coming.
Oh yes, you will attack us again. I know you will. It's in the book, Christian book of Revelation. And it tells you what will happen. God will destroy those who come against Jerusalem. Says so in the Christian Gospels and the Jewish Torah.
You can kill Palestinians, okay? They can die. It's our land.
He asked me if I'm a Muslim. Do you know what a Muslim is? It's the Arabic word for believer.
Are you Muslim?
I'm Jewish. I believe in God. In the Quran it says, I have made you Muslims like the people before you. But you changed the word. Instead of translating Muslim to believer, you kept the word Muslim in the English translations to make it look as if only you are believers.
There's a guy with an American flag. I'm gonna.
Christians are believers.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna do a little mini tour, and then I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I mean, get the heck out of here. I'm trying to avoid swearing.
From the Quran, chapter 22.
I'm gonna. Bobby's here as well. Shit.
And strive for Allah. He has named you Muslims.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Believers.
Huh? Yes, it is. Definitely. Yeah, email me and then I'll message you. Yeah. It's I mean, my email address is actually really easy. It's info@banksystyle.co.uk.
Okay.
So that's the one that comes to me.
Yes.
So send it to that info@banksystyle.co.uk.
Yeah.
That's on the site. Yeah. Send it me and I'll send you my number. Good man. Hey, how are you, mate?
What happened in Amsterdam last week?
Huh?
What happened?
For what?
Some people are swimming inside the river.
Yeah. What happened? What happened to Yahya Sinwar? What happened to him? He saw a little drone and he shit himself. Yeah.
You know Netanyahu. He didn't order to kill him.
I know they found him.
He sacked his own people.
Because he didn't want him killed.
No, because he wants him alive with the hostages replacement. That's why he sacked the general.
Because they killed him instead of capturing him.
He had this news. Channel 13.
It is what it is.
I know you like that channel.
Okay, let's go and see. There's a guy with a. Oops, sorry. There is a guy with. Okay. Wow, this dude has.
Radio Hierarchies was a brave radio ship. It actually was moored outside Auckland.
These guys have got a lot of equipment.
They were not quite as bad. So I may sound crazy, I may look crazy, but I am calling for Laser 558 to come back. Oh, you think Muslims are crazy? Come and talk.
Okay, guys, I lost the person with the American flag, but is it gone?
The abolition of the BBC. I would say that given the fact that
No, there was a big American flag, a big one. Oh, there. Thank you. Yes, okay. We found the person with the American flag. It's right here.
No. I quoted the boss. I trusted the
Hello, sir. Hi. How you doing? Hafiz from the Hafiz Reflects. Can I ask you, are you an American? Did you support the Trump election? I know you have a lot of things going on here, but what's with the American flag today, and what is your message to the people? Okay, hold on. Let me just get this microphone here. So you're not American yourself?
No, sir.
You couldn't vote in the election?
No, sir.
Well, what is your message to the people in regards to Trump?
Do you love Trump?
What is your message to the people? You have a message?
Trump equals world peace.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
That's what it means.
Give
World peace.
that message. No message.
I just want people to be kind and loving and, you know.
And do you think Donald Trump is going to achieve that?
I wish him the best.
What is your channel or whatever it is that you guys do here? Are you on TikTok, Instagram? What's going on? You're not going to tell us?
You're under pressure, sir.
No, tell me because I want to follow you.
Oh, don't worry. I rarely do this.
You don't want to follow us?
No, I'm good, thank you. Appreciate that.
Okay, thank you, sir.
He's a humble guy.
No, but what I mean is, like, if you have a channel, I'd like to see your stuff.
Oh, my channel has literally nothing to do with politics.
That's okay. I mean, if it's because you look like you've got very interesting amount of gear. Did you make all this yourself?
Yes, sir.
It's
Wow.
a fair old bit of kit,
Wow.
man.
Yeah. It's just you got like that one on the gimbal and that and the speakers. You go around London like playing music and stuff.
Sometimes.
You seem like a very eccentric kind of guy. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your time. My channel is Hafiz Reflects. Hafiz
I
is my
appreciate,
name.
honestly, I'll tell you mine if you're curious.
Yeah, sure.
My name's Sherwin, and that's the channel.
Sherwin, you're not Persian or Iranian or anything, are you? Because I'm Iranian. Anyway. قربون شما مخلصم بس خوش آمدید من فکر کردم ممکن Sherwin is an Iranian name. Thank you. What is this?
welcome. You came to free the taxpayers.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Do you know the big nose of London?
Yes.
You know he's also...
Yes. Yeah, he says he's not, but yes, he is. He's got the most obvious accent. You have a better English accent than he does. He sounds...
I can't tell.
With
You
me?
look like you're-
Well, I was raised in Britain, so I came here when I was very young, so that's why. And I'd say your accent is very good, but his is the most Iranian accent ever. It's like if
1000%.
Khomeini himself was speaking English, it would be his accent. I'm like, dude, everyone can tell you're Iranian. Why are you denying it? This is the most ridiculous thing to deny.
Fearful. I don't know.
Yeah, he is. He doesn't want to be identified. I think he may have an important job, so that's why he doesn't want to be
He was
identified.
asking, where is your studio? I was like, I don't have a studio.
Your studio?
Yeah, he just assumed I don't have a studio.
All right, because I think maybe because of the gear and stuff. Because no, I'll be honest. دستگاه خیلی قشنگی داری. خیلی.
It's good hands free.
It is because I've got to carry all this all the time. But that is some. Yeah, it's just an iPhone with a charger and microphone. This is the microphone here.
Ooh, is that wireless?
That's the microphone.
Impressive.
Yeah, because it's I can just fit it here and talk, and just like that. So that way I can just it's mobile. It's a very mobile microphone. Anyway, مخلصم آقا. قربون شما. شب بخیر. خداحافظ. Take care. Okay, guys, we're moving. Bob is bobbing. Bob is actually doing his bob thing.
And to create a special kind of poppy that represents one group over the all insults the memory of the other soldiers. And so I invite the LGBTQ community to object to this poppy. And for every minority group to object to this poppy. Right now, Christians are a minority in the British Army. Good news! So when will we have a minority poppy for Christians?
Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, that poppy eternal life. I continue its connection to that poppy, there is only one poppy needed for all soldiers, and that's the red poppy that I will be wearing again next year. Any questions? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's the poppy. Why do they have their own special poppy? What about other minority groups? Why can't we have a Jewish poppy now? Or a Caribbean poppy? Or a Sikh poppy? Or a Hindu poppy? Or a Muslim poppy? Or a Christian poppy? Why does this group get special attention? Why? Because it is a religion of the elites, and they believe that everything about our society should be transformed to represent their religious devotions to the religion of self and the religion of sex. Any other questions? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if there are no other questions, I'm going to go on to another topic.
Can I ask one quick one? Do you know why it is that they chose the symbol of the rainbow over any other symbol? I don't know if there's anything to that.
The gay community appropriated the rainbow flag from the Christian church. The rainbow flag represents the covenant that God gave to Noah because of the rainbow that God put in the sky. It is a symbol of hope against a symbol of God's mercy over God's judgment. For God swore that he would never flood the earth again. And the gay community appropriated that symbol for their own politics, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Christian symbol, and it's a symbol that we Christians should reclaim as our own. Any other questions before I move on? Okay, I'm going to move on to another topic then. The next topic that I'd like to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is Trump's win in the United States of America. Put your hand up if you're happy that Trump won in the USA. Now, ladies and gentlemen, bear with me. I want to read an article from Newsweek when my internet gets working. Come on. Come on. Let's try that again. Right. I'm reading from Newsweek, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
As Tuesday night transitioned into the start of Wednesday, a sense of deja vu from 2016. Sorry, I lost it because something came up. Settled in. Oh dear, go away adverts. Like Hillary Clinton, Kamala Harris, hopes of becoming the first female president crumbled, along with the so-called blue wall of Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan. But there was another reason it felt like 2016 again. At an exit poll number, an initial 2016 exit poll findings showed that 81% of white evangelicals backed Donald Trump. Quickly became perhaps the most cited number about the state of religion and politics in the United States. On Tuesday night, NBC News released an exit poll data with the same number. 81% of white evangelicals voted for Donald Trump. It should be noted that numbers can move a bit as more data is added. In 2016, it eventually dropped to 80%. In 8 years, the white evangelical vote hasn't really moved.
Evangelicals for Harris, the vote for the common good, and the Harris campaign itself spent millions this year trying to reach those voters for the Democratic nominee. Reporters wrote dozens of articles exploring the question of whether Harris could win over evangelicals on election day. Charlie Brown again missed the football. However, it would be a mistake to blame white evangelicals. Notice the language of Newsweek. It would be a mistake to blame white evangelicals for the electoral shift to Trump. In each of the last 3 presidential elections, about 8 in 10 white evangelicals voted for Trump. They've been amongst his most loyal supporters and do not therefore explain how Joe Biden won while Harris lost. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to point out something. The religious group that really
CCD, you're a funny man.
This Tuesday is the Catholic vote. The exit polls 4 years ago put Biden narrowly winning amongst Catholics, though later numbers that were probably more accurate had him narrowly losing either way. The virtual tie was an important improvement over Clinton's standing in 2016. Exit poll data on Tuesday shows Harris losing Catholic voters by 18 percentage points. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, the election victory of Trump was an election victory of the Holy Church, Protestant and Catholic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to explain why there was such a move over, ladies and gentlemen. Why did so many Catholics, as well as evangelical Protestants, reject Harris? Because Harris made it her voting intention to talk about what she called female fertility rights. And by that, she meant the abortion of children up to 9 months old. She put, ladies and gentlemen, the murder of children as the reason to vote for her. She assumed that all women would support her because of the idea of abortion, as if all women support late-term abortion. And she also put on the ballot box the idea of trans ideology, the idea that women don't actually exist, ladies and gentlemen, and that instead of women, there are men, and then there's this morphic group called women that you can self-identify as if all women support this ideology. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, they put a toxic woman up against Trump. And I think that explains why Trump lost, ladies and gentlemen. And I've got to admit, I did find it funny when you saw the left-wing media having a meltdown as it was announced that Trump was going to win the election, ladies and gentlemen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that meltdown demonstrates the left-wing media bias. It demonstrates how the media are trying to influence our thinking about Trump and about a great many number of other issues. And so, ladies and gentlemen, since Christians did win it for Trump, I have a message for Trump. And I invite Father Calvin, who is my friend,
Should not call someone
to
father.
cunt to clip this next bit, and add and send this clip to Vance, Vice President Vance, and President Donald Trump. Ladies and gentlemen. So, here is what, as a Christian, I want to see from a Trump administration. And if you're an American Christian and you agree with this, then make sure Trump sees it. Make sure Vice President Vance sees it.
Vice President-elect
Trump. President-elect Trump and Vice President-elect Vance, we ask you to stand up for the persecuted church around the world.
Yes.
And to use American might, American resources, and American military power to defend persecuted Christians around the world in places like Lebanon, where Maronite Christians want to free their homeland from Islamists like Hezbollah, who occupy their homelands. To support the liberation of northern Cyprus, occupied by Turkey since the 1970s, in which Christians were ethnically and religiously cleansed from northern Cyprus.
I'll debate you on that.
To support Armenia.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to leave because I have to end this live stream because I got to get going. I'm already 2 hours
For
late.
its ethnic and religious cleansing against Armenian Christians in the region of Artsakh.
Yeah, I agree with you.
To put on sanctions against Pakistan.
Okay, guys, we're gonna call this one a day because I'm done. I gotta go. It's, oh my God, it's 4 o'clock. I was supposed to have left about 2 hours ago. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me again. Make sure you like and subscribe, share this if you like this kind of kind of programming. Anything around London, let me know. If you have any ideas, let me know. Otherwise, like, share, and subscribe. And from now, thank you everyone in the chat. Thank you everyone who participated. There's too many of you at the moment for me to mention. There's some honorable mentions like Hassan Yelmer, CCD, Shavitz, Chelsea. Chelsea, who we have a very love-hate relationship. Either way, guys, everyone who came, thank you so much for joining me on this stream and also on the previous stream at the Remembrance Day in London. Have a great one. Thank you and peace.